I've just won £10,000, that's all.
Again?
Or a luxury car, or £20 a week for the rest of my life.
Oh, take the cash. When do we get it?
Well, they don't actually say.
As usual.
Oh, you have already won a prize. 3 exclamation marks. £10,000 could be yours.
Oh, marvellous, isn't it? The way they always make it sound as if you've already won the 10,000. Shall we send for the free gifts?
It'll only be a plastic bookmark or an 8-page address book.
A number of brochures we've had sent us just because we bought that book that time.
I'll never understand the economy of these people. The amount they spend on sales literature and free gift offers must cost them more than we paid for the book in the first place.
No wonder the country's in a mess.
How'd you work that out, Glenn?
Well,
You're not feeling well?
No, she finished her breakfast.
That's nothing to go by. You haven't got a cold coming, have you?
I don't know, do I?
You didn't have a row with Kevin before he left for work.
I didn't have much chance, did I, the time he went out this morning?
It is a cold. Or worse, you mark my words. Well, if you will go to a New Year's Eve party half naked...
Morning, everybody.
Oh, morning. Oh, what's it gone wrong?
No, it's going. I thought it must have stopped if Rosie's up already.
Didn't know you could be so amusing first thing in the morning, Arthur. Even if you can be a riot at night.
I'll get some more toast for you,
no,
Rose.
No, you leave it. I'll look after myself. And leave the washing up. I'll do it for you. And the beds.
She's got religion. Or maybe it's for a bet.
Yeah.
Arthur, this is my last chance to show my gratitude for all your hospitality.
Rose, you're not ill, are you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. No, it's all arranged. I shan't have to impose on you any longer. I'm moving into a bed-sitter at Mrs. Hooper's.
When?
Tonight.
Oh, I'll drive you around in the car. Right. Come in, you two.
Well, I can get your things from upstairs.
I'm ready except for my coat, Dad.
Yeah, well, see you tonight then. Back about 5:30. Oh, what a beautiful morning.
I expect we'll still see you, even though you are at Mrs. Hooper's. Oh, very likely. To tell you the truth, I'm not going round there just so as I won't be an imposition on you here. Living under the same roof as Iris will give me a chance to get to know her. I thought it might be that. Look, don't expect too much too soon from Iris, eh? It's not going to be easy, but I must try. This is my last chance with Iris.
All on time.
David, if this is a director's meeting, shouldn't Barbara be here?
She would have been, but she had an appointment she couldn't break. In any case, she knows why I called you here. We have to deal with a delay in rebuilding. Now, as a first step, I've spoken to the bank.
You've asked for another loan?
I wanted to feel out the ground there, yes. Also reassure them about the overdraft we're already carrying.
How does the ground lie?
I think they'd be willing.
Present rate of interest? I bet they're willing.
But there is another option. We could float an issue of new shares in the company, pay off the overdraft, have a fund for improvements when the time comes, and something for any hard times before then.
Non-voting shares, of course.
Of course.
But that would make our stake in the company that much smaller. I mean, particularly my own.
4% of something, which is what you would wind up with, is better than 5% of nothing.
Look, I think I'd rather put off the decision till the spring, till we open.
Meanwhile, carry ruinous interest rates. That's just not good business.
Barbara will vote with you, of course.
Yes.
I've been trying to get rid of the garage, as you know. Now I think I've found a buyer.
Does that mean that you would be interested in the new share issue?
Not without a voting right.
We agree then. We look for an outside buyer.
And even then, I'm not sure that I have confidence in the direction of the company.
Jill?
Well, I haven't lost confidence. But even if I had, I don't think that's a very helpful thing to say.
So we're agreed then? Well, almost all.
Hey, dreaming?
No, not exactly.
What then?
Thoughts.
Oh, nice thoughts?
Partly. I'm visiting Eddie this afternoon.
Yes, I remembered. That's why I came round. I thought you might like a lift.
I can go on the train.
All right, all right. Not trying to muscle in. Peter can take you. As a matter of fact, I'm tied up this afternoon anyway.
I might want to browse around the shops after. I'll be okay.
Okay, it's up to you.
I'm nervous.
Well, there's no need to be. Nothing to it.
I'm not nervous of going to the Nick. I'm nervous of seeing him again.
What are you expecting?
That's just it, I don't know. It's nearly a year now. Any thoughts I might have had?
Might have had?
Okay, had. I've got to face them all again, haven't I? And that might just take a bit of doing. Well, they've told him I'm coming.
Yeah. Well, they'll have to check with him in case he got any objections.
Yeah.
Which he obviously hasn't.
Yeah. Will we be alone?
Oh, you're joking, aren't you?
Well, is it a room or what?
Well, it's like a canteen, really. You know, there's tables dotted around all over the place, and there's wives, mums, dads, kids. It's bedlam in there. It's funny, though, because out of all that racket, well, you make your own kind of privacy inside it, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I let you talk me into this.
It was a suggestion. I thought it might settle you.
Yes, I could do with that, no denying.
Will you be late?
Hmm?
Back.
Shouldn't think so. Why?
Oh, I thought I might pop round.
Might not be a pretty sight.
I'll risk that.
Can't imagine what's happened to Arthur. He's gone 6.
Oh, shouldn't worry. He's probably on his way.
You sure you're going to be all right at Mrs. Hooper's?
For a start, I'll be able to entertain my friends more easily there.
Friends? But you don't know anybody apart from us.
Not yet.
Oh, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, the place, it's nice and clean and tidy and all
It's
that.
like the Ritz compared to what I've been used to in my time. Even the mice moved out. Oh, no, I'll be fine. Besides, it'll give me a chance to get to know Iris.
Well, you're always welcome here, Rose. Oh, Arthur doesn't really mean it.
And he's a great actor.
Oh, here's your other case. All right, I'll leave it outside.
Oh, thanks, love.
I'll come and visit you.
That's nice.
Oh. Look, Mum, isn't Dad back yet? Shouldn't you ring the office or something?
Well, you know he doesn't like us ringing unless it's something important.
For him, moving me out is.
Hello, King's 87570?
Kath, it's me.
Arthur, where are you?
I'm still at the office.
At the office?
Well, I'm working late.
Working late? Why?
Kath, please don't repeat everything I say. I'm working late and I don't know what time I'll be home.
Kath, tell him that.
Well, why? What's happened then?
Well, you remember the computer staff went on strike? Well, there was a huge backlog and I've had a load of stuff come in today.
Oh, how very inconvenient.
Well, I know what you're thinking. You think I'm making it up so that I don't have to take Rose to Mrs. Hooper's.
Yes, well, I quite understand, yes. I'm certain about it, in fact. Shh.
Well, you're wrong. It may sound a bit thin, but I have got to work late.
So what am I going to tell Rose, then? Very well. Rose, Arthur's ever so sorry, but he's been held up at the office.
Oh, it's all right, love. I'll walk. I'll send someone round for the suitcases later.
You don't want to walk, Aunt Rose.
It's not that far. I've had to walk a lot farther than that in my time.
Look, Mum, let's phone for a taxi, eh?
Yeah, good idea. And we'll get the money back from Arthur afterwards.
Insist.
Yeah. Oh, yes. What was it you wanted me to tell Arthur?
Thank you. Accurate. Thank you.
It all sounds a bit pale, doesn't it, when it's boiled down to resolutions passed?
Well, that's what it comes to at the end of the day, and this is the end of the day. You're not sure. I know that.
Oh, it's Adam. He's upset.
Well, if he insists on seeing it as a battle of egos, he is bound to be upset, but it's not that.
I don't think he does see it like that. He knows he'd lose. I mean, you and Barbara control 55%. I mean, I'd lose, and I've got a lot more at stake than he has.
Is he snapping at my heels for the sheer pleasure of it?
I think he just feels a bit squeezed out. He's just saying what he thinks.
Well, if he's unhappy about the arrangement, I'm sure we can do something about his shares.
Look, it may be worth it for you to be with him, but not for me.
The motel is a good investment, and yet he questions its management. Me.
Is that why you dislike him so?
I like you. I care about you.
David, what's that got to do with it,
He
then?
is an operator, our Mr. Chance, a bit too smooth, and that's not a new opinion. It's an opinion you've shared at times.
Well, When he sold half his shares to you under Mum's nose, yes, because he gave you a controlling interest.
Well, you've forgiven him, obviously.
I haven't forgiven him. I haven't forgotten either. And I haven't forgotten that it takes two to make a business deal. You bought those shares.
Yeah.
Well?
Guilty, as charged. But I'm not playing for your sympathy, and I'm not playing on your emotions. Adam is.
Look, I voted with you. Isn't that enough?
Well, I appreciate that.
I'd like you to know I did it because I wanted to keep a united front. Well, almost united, in spite of Adam.
That showed good business sense.
Oh, David, don't patronise me. I'm going to have to do something about my image.
Oh, what's wrong with your image?
Oh, silly, sentimental Jill. Still, it used to be silly, empty-headed Jill, so I suppose that's a slight improvement.
Oh, I never said you were either silly or empty-headed.
Yes, but you implied it. But it's all right. I know who I am, and I can take care of myself.
Oh, Arthur, before you settle down, you can give me £2.80.
Are you charging rent for the chairs now? A deck chair at Skegness only costs 20p. What's it all about?
Rose's taxi. When you decided not to take her, we got her a taxi.
I did not decide not to take her. I was working late.
You didn't want to take her, did you?
Look, if I'd been here and the car wouldn't start, I'd have cheerfully pushed her there in a wheelbarrow to make sure she got there. Where's Glenda?
She's gone round with her to Mrs. Hooper's.
More fool her. Well, I'm not paying for a taxi to bring her back. You can give her the 20p for the bus.
Don't change the subject.
What subject?
About getting out of taking Rose to Mrs. Hooper's.
Look, I want to take her. I was looking forward to taking her. I'd have loved to take her. The only thing I'd have regretted was that it wasn't father, and sooner.
Arthur, she is my sister, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll just have to accept that as one of life's little mysteries. One of life's big mysteries.
How can you say that? Particularly when we started getting on so much better.
Well, who's getting on better? I'm not. It's hard enough to get into the bathroom in this house at the best of times, but with her here, that woman invaded the bathroom and occupied it like a colony of ants.
You are exaggerating, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe I am, but Rose is the sort of woman who invites exaggeration. You're the reason I resent her. You're working twice as hard here in the house and you're worrying yourself sick over her problems with Iris, trying to calm things down.
It's all sorted out now, isn't it?
Well, it is for the moment. Now, I told you, Kath, I'm not having her upsetting you and making you ill.
Wasn't too bad.
Well, you didn't see yourself.
Had a rotten day at the office, have you?
Yeah, it's a bit grim. Old Jenks was shouting at everybody.
Old Jenks shouting? That must be like being barked at by a chihuahua.
Oh, they can give you a nasty nip. What is it now?
I've suddenly realised. You turned against Rose during the New Year, didn't you? In fact, just at the New Year's Eve dance.
No.
Yes, you did. You never were very friendly with her, but you went very sharp after that. Arthur, I believe something happened between you and Rose.
Me and Rose? Oh, rubbish, you're imagining things. Nothing of the kind. No, nonsense.
And why are you going on about it, then?
You should have been a lawyer. If I deny something, he'll say I'm overdoing it, and if I don't deny it, he'll say I'm admitting it. Well, perhaps I was a bit unpleasant to Rose after New Year, but it's just that I was worried she might be with us next New Year, and I want her out of here.
I've suddenly remembered, of course.
Remember what?
When Rose went, she left a message for you. She said, "Tell Arthur not to worry about it. It's all right." What does she mean by that?
Yeah, I find most women's thought processes difficult enough to follow, but Rose's are something special. I've no idea.
Tell Arthur not to worry about it. It's all right.
Half as lonesome as the sound. Hello.
Ah, bright as a button, no less. Little sparkle in the eye there, is there?
Seeing things. Give us your coat.
Oh. Good trip?
Painless.
What was?
The journey.
Oh.
Train's on time for once. No hassle, no bother. I got there right on the dot. Nice little man with a big bunch of keys. Let us all in. Oh, dear. Do you know I haven't got a thing to offer you to drink?
That's all right, doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. I should have thought of that.
Well, you've had other things on your mind, haven't you?
Yes, you could say that. I've got some coffee.
Yeah, great.
Right. They really are amazing places, aren't they?
Or prisons?
Yeah. Very gloomy, Very antiquated, but spotlessly clean. I was amazed.
Well, they're not exactly short on labour, are they?
Yeah, well, I expected grime somehow, but not at all. Place is very lively. As if treats were being laid on.
Visits are treats, aren't they?
The way a couple of beers we're carrying on, you'd have to question that.
Oh.
And you were right about the noise. Oh. So, I suppose it's trying to cram it all in into the short time. It all gets a bit hyper. But you can feel alone in the middle of it all. You were right about that, too. Wise old owl, aren't you?
And how is Eddie?
Oh, Eddie was on form, all things considering. He bubbled away. Terrific, yeah, terrific. Just as if he'd never been away. Except for one thing.
What was that?
Didn't matter a damn anymore. Any of it. Bit shallow, yeah. Funny, isn't it? It never seemed that way before. I looked at him in there today. Same old style, same cheek, same smile, and nothing. Gone, the magic. Or whatever it was. Then I started worrying that he might see how I felt, and what with him stuck in there, I thought maybe I should,
What?
well, play along, pretend.
Did you?
Somehow it didn't come to that. You see, I'd made the whole thing so important. It never entered my head that maybe it wasn't that important for him. It wasn't. He talked about someone called Yvonne.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah, it was her husband that...
Yeah, I know.
Did you know about her?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Well, none of my business. If you're going to hear something like that, it's better you hear it firsthand.
Yeah, probably.
So he's still keen on her, is he?
How can you tell with Eddie? He'd been talking about it for quite a while before it dawned on me I should be caring. I just didn't. It was such a funny feeling. I wanted to stop him and say, it's all right. I don't give a damn. But I hung on and listened and tried to say the right thing. I'm a good kid. Did you know that?
I have my suspicions, yeah. So, how do you feel now, then?
I feel free.
Good.
I've got you to thank for that. It was your idea.
Just a thought.
It was a very nice, very kind one. Did you think it would end like this?
I hoped, yeah.
Why?
Better for you. Now, that's not strictly true. It's not quite as unselfish as that. It's better for me, too.
No. What?
You really don't understand me, do you? Listen, I am not going to ask you for anything that you're not ready to give. I'll take all the time you want. But when you are ready, doesn't matter how long it takes, I'll be here.
And don't forget, Crossroads will be with us once again on Monday at the same time, right here on UK Gold. Looking ahead to 9 tonight on UK Gold, it's Casualty. Do join us if you can.
It's not going to be like that.
Up to me to prove different, isn't it?